the cryptocurrency community is eagerly awaiting the ruling in the Ripple and Securities Exchange Commission (SEC) case that has entered its third year. As a recap, the regulator is accusing Ripple of selling unregistered securities in the form of XRP tokens, raising over $1.3 billion. Welcome to XRP Insider. We provide the latest news of XRP Ripple. To stay updated with exciting news, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. To know more, please watch till the end. Currently, the community is awaiting the ruling date, with both parties having made final submissions. Ahead of the verdict, pro-XRP attorney John Deaton commissioned a poll asking the XRP community to share possible outcomes in the case. In the December 28 poll that attracted about 18,000 votes, a majority at 59.2% believed the case would be settled between the two parties, while 40.8% opted for the verdict option. However, Deaton sided with the minority of the votes, suggesting that the lawsuit would go to a verdict based on three main reasons. According to Deaton, he initially thought the SEC's objection to releasing the Hinman emails was a hint for a settlement. However, the presiding judge overruled the SEC's decision to seal the document where the regulator's former official referred to Ethereum (ETH) as a security. At the same time, the lawyer suggested that SEC Chair Gary Gensler is ready to accept an unfavorable outcome in the lawsuit, considering that the Commodities Futures Trading Commission (CFTC) is seeking to have the overall oversight on cryptocurrencies. At the same time, the lawyer pointed out that the case could go into a final ruling, noting that following the collapse of FTX, the SEC's stance on cryptocurrencies has potentially been validated. In sum, unfortunately, I think a settlement with Ripple is not in Gensler's mindset. I don't believe he's going to settle and publicly agree that ongoing and future XRP sales, including in the secondary market, are non-securities. And Ripple won't settle unless the SEC so agrees, he said. Furthermore, defense attorney James Phelan suggested that if the case does have an out-of-court settlement, a ruling will occur on or before March 31st. In the meantime, both parties expect different outcomes from the lawsuit, with lawyer Jeremy Hogan projecting 4 possible scenarios in the ruling. Initially, Cardano, ADA, founder Charles Hoskinson claimed that the matter would be settled on December 15th. After the date passed, Hoskinson became subject to attacks from the Ripple community, pushing him to resolve not to talk about the matter again. In the meantime, the court granted a motion for crypto investment firm Paradigm to join the case. However, the regulator is still receiving backlash after applying to seal documents in categories of names and identifying information of the SEC's experts and XRP investor declarants, personal and financial information, and internal SEC documents reflecting debate and deliberation by SEC officials. By press time, XRP was trading at 34 cents, with gains of about 1.8% in the last 24 hours. Notably, the token is still attempting to break key resistance levels as it targets 40 cents. Overall, the case outcome is expected to impact the prospects of XRP. For instance, if the matter is ruled in favor of the blockchain firm, it could be a bullish sentiment for XRP. At the same time, if the court determines XRP is a security, it could be a bearish sentiment for the asset. The XRP price has experienced a harsh downward movement in the early morning hours of the Asian market, 9 a.m. in Tokyo. Within 45 minutes, the price dropped from $0.3394 to $0.2998, meaning that XRP experienced a drop of a whopping 12%. Remarkably, this move did not happen in line with the broader market sentiment, as BTC and ETH recorded small gains in the meantime. It's also worth noting that the sudden price drop seemingly happened without any real news related to Ripple, such as a new development in the legal battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, or the XRP token. Thus, the price move seems mostly influenced by speculation. However, at press time, the price had already managed to bounce back to $0.3322, erasing much of the sudden price loss. XRP is now facing resistance at $0.3333, which has not been breached yet. There is one event that often comes into the focus of XRP investors on the first of the month, the unlocking of 1 billion XRP from Ripple's escrow account, which happened yesterday, Sunday. Under normal circumstances, this is unlikely to have caused the sudden sell-off. The action has been well known in the community for years, although this time there was a bit of a surprise. While previously, XRP was unlocked directly from Ripple escrow accounts, this time it happened on unknown accounts, according to Whale Alert. However, Bithump identified the addresses as those of Ripple. Ripple's CTO Schwartz yesterday faced the question of why the XRP price is currently performing so poorly and answered, "I don't really have a good understanding of what affects the price of cryptocurrencies. But I will tell you what I think is true, though I can't back it up with facts. It's just my sense based on data, experience, and maybe just feelings. Today's move could spell more downside for the price. The recent rejection at the key 37 cents resistance is likely to play a role in this. On the upside, it would be of significant importance for investors if XRP recaptures the level at $0.343 relatively soon. Otherwise, there could be a lot of liquidity on the downside, as today's move also showed. Looking at the one-day chart, a retest of the level at $0.2641 would be the most bearish scenario for now. The price level might present massive support, where liquidity could already kick in. Investors should keep an eye on the $0.3205 level for now. If this breaks, the 6-month low at $0.2870 would be another area where XRP could see a bounce. Probably the most pressing question for the XRP community at the moment is how the lawsuit between Ripple Labs and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission will end. In addition to a ruling in favor of Ripple, the community is also hoping for a settlement that could impose a penalty on Ripple but classify all present XRP sales as non-security. Attorney John E. Deaton, who is representing 75,000 XRP investors in the lawsuit with an amicus brief, recently put up a poll on Twitter about what outcome the community expects in 2023. Out of 18,000 votes, 59% of people said they expected a settlement between Ripple and the SEC. Surprisingly, Deaton has changed his mind and is among the 39% who expect a verdict by Judge Annalisa Torres. As the attorney explains, he originally believed that the ominous Hinman documents were extremely valuable to Ripple and extremely damaging to the SEC. Ripple's latest summary judgment letter paints a different picture. Ripple's letter cites 4 pages of the emails, with only 2 redactions of words. Prior to reading the last 2 Ripple briefs, I believed it was likely that XRP was referenced in the emails. Since ETH was getting a regulatory free pass, I believed it possible, if not likely, that someone in the Hinman speech email chain might have asked, "What about XRP?" Deaton no longer holds that view. He doesn't believe XRP was mentioned in emails, comments, or drafts any longer. If XRP itself had been mentioned in the emails, Ripple lawyers would certainly have mentioned it in the briefs, Deaton says. According to the attorney, it may have simply been a statement that simply owning a quantity of an asset or token is not enough to satisfy the common enterprise factor under Howey, despite the SEC's assertion to the contrary. Since the emails and comments are probably not as damning to SEC as originally believed, and thus would defeat its entire crypto regulatory strategy, Deaton believes a settlement is no longer the most likely outcome. IMO, the only other reason for Gensler to settle is to avoid a ruling setting a bad precedent for the SEC as it goes against other tokens. But, TBH, I just don't think he's too worried about it. I don't believe he's going to settle and publicly agree that ongoing and future XRP sales, including in the secondary market, are non-securities. However, another XRP community lawyer, Bill Morgan, partially disagrees with Deaton. According to the Australian, it is likely that the SEC will decide the ceiling issue in his favor on procedural grounds, so Ripple will not be able to use the Hinman documents as a bargaining chip for a settlement. However, Morgan does not believe that this means there will be no settlement or that it is any less likely. According to the attorney, there is a lot at stake for the SEC if the inapplicability of the Howey test to XRP were to be determined. There is a lot for the SEC to lose if Ripple's arguments on the Blue Sky case's issue and common enterprise are accepted by Judge Torres. The stakes for both parties are high in this consideration, or the risks of losing should only be more severe to both parties with the SJ motions having been fully briefed. A defeat against Ripple would also undermine the SEC's plan to expand its reach into the secondary market of crypto trading. That's why Morgan believes there's still a good chance of a settlement. As Bitcoinist reported, January 18th is the last important date before Judge Torres works out a verdict, if no settlement agreement is announced at any time. At press time, XRP was trading at $0.3444 after starting the Asian trading session down a whopping 12% and seeing a quick uptick again. We would like to make it clear that this is not a platform designed expressly to offer financial advice, and we are not requesting that you invest in any particular business. This is just a route used to deliver instructional material to your door. See you again soon on XRP Insider, the leading source for cryptocurrency news.